Hello and welcome to lesson number 5. This is the moment I think you all probably waited for because we're going to try and model for the first time. We'll use and learn a new tool to help us with our task. Okay, so first off, I want to show you a few tools, ways that you can extrude your object. So let's start with a cube and let's select face mode. So then the extrude tool is right under the edit mesh and we have extrude. Once you've clicked the extrude button, you can see that these arrows with the scale squares. So the main thing is where people make a lot of mistakes is when they press extrude and they just want to think, I don't need to extrude anymore. They go on and do something else. They start extruding and they're like, oh my God, there's a line, or why does it smooth so weirdly? The thing is, the moment you press that extrude button, it's already done that extrude. So here you can see, another form. So if you've already pressed the extrude button, it already did the extrusion. It doesn't matter if you do anything else. So how extrusion works, you just press the extrude button and pull up the arrow. You can also move it around, and you can scale it on any axis that you want. So if you extrude, there's also a one-time menu when you click off of subject. It's going to disappear and you won't be able to change it. So you can edit these settings. You can edit the height of it. You can use offsets. You can make more divisions. You can choose to keep the faces on or off, like so. So for the purpose of repetition and trying to memorize all of this stuff, let's go again and do edit, mesh, extrude, and extrude. And once again, edit mesh, extrude, extrude. Also, if you select two faces or more and try to extrude, if you select keep the faces off, then you extrude, you'll see that these faces are not connected anymore and you extruded them separately. So, without further ado, let's try and model our first object, which is going to be a very simple sword. So, let's delete this. And let's start with a cube. And what we're going to do is we're going to block out our sword handle. So first off, let's just extrude this face. You can see under poly modeling, there's a default button for you. It's this one. And it does the same thing, and you can extrude. And I'll show you another way to do it. You press W to have your move tool, and all you have to do is press Shift, and it extrudes the face. That's the one I always use because it's very simple, very easy to do. But when you're just starting off, I would suggest you use all of these different ones, so the next time you do it, you know where it is. And now, here's a thing I'd like to be symmetrical, so what do? I undo it. I select face, I select the other one, then I select the scale tool, press Shift and drag it on the Z axis, and you can see you have a symmetrical handle. Now I want to create a lower part of the sword. I'm going to do it by drag selecting all of these faces that go around except the bottom one. And we're going to use Shift and extrude on this axis. So it's going to extrude like so. So what you're going to do is you're just going to flatten this out like this. Let's hold this face down and just scale it a little bit smaller. You can select the whole loop of the edges by double-clicking on the edge, and it selects the whole loop. So do that. and scale it downwards. And now as I look at it, I want to make it a little bit larger, so we drag it a little upwards. And then select the vertices because it's easier to select when you're looking at them from the side. So I'm just going to drag it up a little, and I think this line here is not very nice looking, so I'm going to drag it upwards. And as you can see, we almost have a nice looking sword handle. So what else needs to be done is it needs to be a little bit more round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Multicut tool right here. I'm going to drag my cursor on the surface of the model, and I'll press Control, and you can see I'll create the edge loops. If you want to create them, specifically if you wanted them to snap to the center of the lines, you just got to hold Shift and click and click. There you have it. We inserted 2 edge loops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this edge loop, and I'm going to scale it like so to get more of a round shape on the sword handle. And I can see I need one more edge loop down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold Control and Shift to have it right out in the middle. And do the same thing, double click so it selects all the way around, and scale. Scale, 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 until I like how it looks, and I think it looks pretty nice. So now we have a little bit of a problem. I think these sides are way too offset. So what I'm going to do, for composition purposes, I'm just going to drag select all of these vertices up here and bring it upwards so it looks a bit better. What else I'm going to do is I'm going to select this side and just scale them inwards. Now it looks a little bit more like a proper sword handle. And so one more thing I wanted to do is select all of this going around and make it rounder as well. Okay, so a few more things. I really don't like how it looks right now, so I'm going to select all of these corners and bring them inwards so I get a more interesting shape. And I'll select these ones and bring them downwards like so. Okay, so we have the handle, and now we need this, the blade. I think that needs to be done is I need to scale these a little bit inwards because it looks weird. You have these triangles going, and they're very sharp, but then it just bumps into the squares. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smooth them out by scaling them inwards as well. So now it looks way more natural, not so aggressive as it was before. So I'm going to create the blade now, and I'm going to create the basic cube again, bring it upwards, and let's see. Okay, it needs to be scaled on the x-axis, and let's scale it on the z-axis to be a little wider than the handle so it looks a lot more natural. Okay, so let's select all top vertices and drag them upwards until it looks pretty okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the point, the rounded point of the sword that looks... So what I'm going to do is just select the top face, and I'm going to hold Shift and extrude it, like so. Then I'm just going to press F, and it's going to center me on this top face that was selected. So I'm just going to scale it downwards. I'm just going to leave a little face that's not going to be very visible on the renders or the final view, but it's going to look pointy and sharp. And we won't have any triangles on our model. It's just going to be quads. Okay, so now I think we want to make it a little bit rounder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a few more edge loops and just scale them until I think it looks pretty nice. And I think it looks okay. So what I'm going to do next, and made the form a little bit more interesting, I'm going to create even more edge loops and scale them just a little bit as well. And the very bottom of it, so it doesn't look very static, it doesn't look the same on all of the edges. And that's the way with modeling. You're going to tweak your model until you like what it looks like. The most important thing is to not concentrate on a single detail. You always try and look at the bigger view and what it looks like, and if you like it. And if you don't, change it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert another edge right here. Going to select Edges and double-click so I get the edge all the way around. And now I'm going to scale it up to get these sharp edges representing the blade itself, and now I can see my blade. It looks it's way too wide. So what I'm going to do, go into the object mode, and then just scale it like so, until I think I see the proportions, the width of the blade that I like, and I'm going to sharpen the edges of the blade even more by drag selecting like so. So I select both sides, and then just scale it like so. You're going to have a problem with this line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale it too, and this one too, just the middle part. Also, I'm drag selecting it, so I select both sides of the blade. Okay, so there you go. We have a very simple sword that I think looks pretty nice. So that's going to be it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.